You know what? I want to talk to you a little bit about the Course in Miracles in reference to what's going on in the Middle East, and especially with the Jews and the Arabs, and things that are just happening all over the place. And it's kind of difficult for me to look at that on TV and see the violence and see what's going on. And for those of you that are not familiar with the Course, I wanted to give you a different take or a different view on how to look at this in a different way. And first of all, before I even get into that, I'd like to, in fact, I'm going to be about 5 minutes or so. I'm not going to be too long here. I just want to tell you about the different levels of consciousness. The first level of consciousness that we can call our everyday consciousness is the stuff of the world that we see. The second level of consciousness is our subconscious. And this deals with stuff that we're not aware of, how we've been programmed, how we've been conditioned. Okay. How about that? Okay. How we've been conditioned. That's our second level of consciousness. The third level of consciousness is what we call the superconscious, which is the level that we all exist. And actually, we're existing at all these levels. We just don't know it or are not aware of it. At the higher level, the superconsciousness, which you've been taught before in school, the id, the ego, the superego, they have many, many names for them. At that level, we're all connected. And we are all one. The Course in Miracles says that there's only one of us here. And you just heard Reverend Donna Jean say what the Jewish scripture was about how you're here to love your brother. Okay. The awareness of the oneness is what we're lacking in the world. We're not focusing on the oneness because we're not aware of it. And I just want to tell you a quick story. Edgar Mitchell, when he went up to space, he saw our planet from up there. And he looked down and he said, all my problems and everything that's ever happened in the whole history of the world is down there. And he realized that he was separate from that. He wasn't that. He was something more. And this comes from a gentleman or a man who's incredible. He's an engineer. He's a scientist. You know, very brilliant, very smart. I'm sure he didn't go to Harmony Church or any place like this, okay? So, coming from that level of engineering background, prove it, show it, you know, I believe it when I see it, that type of attitude, he looked down and he saw the oneness. When he looked down, he saw that there were no divisions on the earth. We live in a round planet. Okay, there are no walls on a round planet. There's no sides to take. He saw no divisions. He didn't see a line that said, if you're driving from Florida to Georgia, you know, welcome to Georgia, or Russia, and this other country or that country. He saw everything interconnected with everything else. And he saw himself as part of that interconnection. That's at that higher level, the higher level that I'm talking about. And it's just unbelievable to me how we say all these things, you know. I mean, love your brother as yourself, you know, you're taught that you're supposed to treat someone the way you would like to be treated. That was from the Hindu. And yet, we're still practicing, what the Hindus call the wheel of suffering. And that is that I hit you with a stone, and then you hit me with a bat, and then I get a gun, and then you get a bomb, and then I get an atom bomb, and then you get a nuclear bomb, and then here we are. That's the wheel of suffering. And I'm going to give you some information on that, which is totally, radically different than anything that you've ever heard before, and how we can work that through. It says that defensiveness, when you feel the need to arise to be defensive about anything, you have identified yourself with an illusion, meaning something that isn't real. It is not danger that comes when defenses are laid down. It is safety It is peace, it is joy, and it is God. No one walks the world in armature, but must have terror striking at his heart. And then this is a good one here. Defense is frightening. It stems from fear, increasing fear as each defense is made. You think it offers safety, yet it speaks of fear made real and terror justified. It says that in my defenselessness, my safety lies. Think about that. If you've been keeping up with the recent news of what's been going on, the Jews built a wall to keep the Israelis to keep the Palestinians from coming in. That was going to be safety because they didn't want the suicide bombers to come in. So what happened? They got rocket launchers and just started throwing the bombs out. Okay? We go into Iraq because we want to stabilize everything. What happens? It's a hotbed for terror and for people and everything. It's just incredible. It's 100 people dying there every day. And they're killing each other. Sunnis, Arabs, all of the Shiites, all of them. They're all different factions of the same thing. And the sad part is that all these people are related. Same thing with what's going on with what's going on up there in the Middle East. They're all related. They're all connected. And that's the higher level of consciousness that I was talking about, that super consciousness, is that they're all connected. And we don't see that. We're not aware of it. And I think that, what would you call it, 2012 or whatever, the consciousness, the shift is going to happen when we become aware of who we are. Because the Course says that if I attack you, if I hurt you, then I hurt myself. Because I am one with you. I'm not separate from you. We're all connected. So if I knew that I was one with you and connected, would I ever think or dream of attacking you, another country, attacking someone else? I don't think so. So the message that I like to get out is the message that's the real message, and that message is that we're all one and that we're all connected. That there are no strangers here, that all of us are brothers and sisters. And a lot of the religion serves its purpose, but a lot of the religions are basically separation, separation, separation. That's why I love coming here, Harmony. It's all about love and connection. I want to just leave you with this thought here. It says that when I have forgiven myself and remembered who I am, I will bless everyone and everything that I see. And I'll leave you with that. Thank you.